Good morning, everyone. This is another video about planning and organizing. I have a very full week coming up, a very fun, exciting week coming up. My best friend is coming to visit for a few days for the long weekend, for 4th of July weekend. And I have a full week at work. Um, so it's going to start, and so I wanted to go over what I have been able to work for myself in my planners since January, since I changed from a productivity um, planner, the quarter planner, quarterly, yearly planner, so one planner every 3 months, to what to the Jibun Techo daily and weekly planner. So this is going, like I said, this is going to be a very uh, packed week. So I will be able to utilize um, a lot of the features of the Jibun Techo, which I always do, but this week in particular. So if you're not familiar with the Jibun Techo, there are a lot of videos out there that give you um, the overview of how it works, and but the paper is dreamy. I love working in it. I love writing in it. I love the feel of it. It's my favorite planner ever. The features are, of course, you can personalize everything the way you want. And so I initially got this planner because I wanted something that I could carry with me, and I've ended up not carrying it. When I leave the house, to take with me, I have the Hobonichi Weeks, which I keep in my wallet. And that was my husband right there. Yeah, so it fits perfectly in my wallet. So this is the one that I carry with me to make notes, and then I put it all together here. So yeah, so let's get ready, and I'm going to start working today, and I will start planning in a little bit. So I'll see you soon. So what I start doing as I work here is I normally start checking back on last week and checking the things that I got to do and the things that now need to get transferred to this week, things that got canceled, what got added throughout the week. I've normally had to pause for a second because I get emails, I have to respond. So this is kind of like my start of the week, getting work, life, everything together, everything added. Um, and then the vision of how the week is going to look at, ideally how the week is going to look. Okay, so while I write here for a little bit, I just want to give you a little bit of a story of why I chose this. So I have a full-time job, which is very involved. I do work from home, so I have to really keep myself organized because um, there's no one on top of me, right? So it's not just about um, having like initiative and like do things on your own. It's also about keep yourself like reminders and tabs. And I now have people that work under me, so now I need even more sort of I hate to say the word control, but yeah, some sort of control over the tasks that are assigned to me and what I assign to other people, follow-ups and whatnot. So the one thing that took me a really long time to figure out was how to separate work from personal, because I I'm in school, so I have school, I have personal stuff, I have um, self-care stuff, I'm husband, family, all this stuff. And so I feel like the Jibun Tetra really provides to separate and also um, integrate. You know what that means. Like you want to keep them separated, but you want to have one common place where everything is integrated. So, so I started first color coding, but time slots, right? So my favorite thing about it, the reason I bought it was because it provides for 24-hour breakdown, and Saturdays and Sundays are a full day, right? The other planners I had in the past, the quarterly planners, gave you like this much space for weekends, which I don't understand. So full, full day, full breakdown for time and extra for notes here, or record or deco. And didn't really get into the deco for the wiki planning. It's pretty minimal. I love stamps, so if I have time, I will do some deco, tiny little things, because I enjoy it. But I save the deco for the dailies, which is more in detail, more like in the moment, and journaling towards the end of the day. So, and when I say journaling, it's not really about the day. I have one thing that I do at the end of the day, and it's called Today's Victories. And it is something I learned from one of the planners that I used to have, and I really, really enjoyed, and I wanted to keep doing it. And I think it really helps me at the end of the day to just keep it positive, to just talk about the things that really went well, and really it's a great exercise in positivity and to not complain. I complain a lot about work and life and all the rest of things throughout the day. So it's really nice to, at the end of the day, just have like 3 to 5 minutes just to list the things that just went well, and the things that, and the stepping stones that you are doing towards your projects or your new habits that you want to develop, etc. So the other thing that I wanted this for is because I am planning to get pregnant. So I need to track my periods, so which I do like at the top here. This color coding is for each stage of my moon cycle. So, and this also has the moon cycles in it. So it's just the Jibun Techo, it's so absolutely complete. This week I did do some extra deco here, as you can see. Oh, I love this. So yeah, so this is at the top here. This is my priority, and this is why I put it here and not at the bottom, because tracking my cycle became my priority this year. I am not extremely young, so I really need to be intentional about getting pregnant. So, and I've enjoyed it, and it's helped me get to know my body better. So I really, really love it. So this is where the phases of my moon cycle go, which are really like right here next to where, if you can see right here, this is where they have the moon, the breakdown of the phases of the moon, right next to where I keep the color coding of my moon cycle. And I also, the other thing that I do is that I sync my, I'm sorry, that got really dark, my moon cycle to my workouts, depending on where my hormone levels are, and so how much energy I have. I try to work with that. I will make a video of that some other time about the system that I use for that. So if you see the light coming in and out, so it's very overcast here. It's a beautiful morning, really. I love it. So I'm glad to be doing this with you. Anyways, so let me go back to what I was doing. So what I was doing was I was time blocking with highlighters, and that's how I started. So I would time block, and I'm going to try it here again, my work schedule, to then have a better view of, and so this day I'm taking this day off, a better view of, oops, I put it pink. It's fine. Of my, with the time that I would have for my personal and school stuff. And so Friday is going to only be until 1 o'clock because we have summer Fridays. So we only work like a few hours. Not a few hours. It's plenty. We used to work only half a day, and then they're like, "No, we want you to work more." So now we work a little bit more, but not a full day. So still nice. Um, so this is how I started it, and things wouldn't. I kept getting confused and whatnot, and I was like, I'm just going to use blue ink, right? I have my favorite pen here. But for the weekly, because of the paper style, it's really easy to use the friction because you can erase things, things move around or things get deleted or I made a mistake. So this is perfect. This paper really works really well. That was the recommendation from Jet Pens, and they were 100% right. God bless them. For the daily though, because I'm not really planning and I'm not really changing things, this is, like I said, like in the moment, record keeping, memory keeping, journaling, then I can use this, right? The the Jetstream, the Uni Jetstream Multi. I love it. Um, and it's a great grip for both of them. This, yeah, just get it. So the multi friction, I use this. It took me months and months to really figure out how to make this visually, like I said, integrated and at the same time separate each part of my life and each part of my responsibilities. So I finally have gotten to the point where I am able to stick to the colors. Ink blue, forget about the timing. That's, I mean, I keep highlighting the time for work. That's okay. But what it's actually helped me is to stick to the colors. Blue is work only. Work only. That is blue. Blue task, blue throughout the week, blue in my dailies, blue, 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 always work. And it's helped me so much. And then everything else, black is for personal tasks, and then purple is for me time, right? Like self-care, which is super important when you have a really full life. It doesn't, and here's the thing, I don't want you to think that super important means do it all the time. It just means that if you're only giving yourself like Sundays for yourself, or just like half a Sunday for yourself, just stick to it. It doesn't mean that you have to do a lot or every day, or it just means that whatever it is that you do, just stick to it. So I use the purple for that. Even if you like spend time with your friends, like that's healthy for you. So that, keep that in a different color so you can stick to it. It pops, right, in a different way. So that's the stuff that has really worked for me. After, this is the first year that I used the Jibun Techo. So after like 5 months of using it, I've finally been able to stick to the colors. Not, the deco is, I enjoy it. It helps me. I think that's part of mental health too, and like self-care, is to just use these little things, these little resources that you can find to that I've been able to find to just be a teeny bit creative and think about something else other than the to-dos, and just to make it pleasant to look at. That's fine. But as far as productivity goes, really the sticking to a different ink color for the different aspects of planning has been the thing for me that has helped me, because I'm very you know I need things. If I'm going to do something for work, I want to know exactly what it is. Boom, it's in blue. So it's just a way of how my brain works. And then as soon as 4 o'clock comes around, then I'm looking for a different color, right? I'm looking for something else it was in my to-do list. So yeah, so let me start now with planning, and I'll be right back. So the way that I'm using the taskbar here,
Um, I'm going first. I'm going up the at the very top of the taskbar. I get the most important things, the priorities, and then from the bottom up, I start with the least uh, least important, not least urgent, but least important things. Maybe dry cleaning, pick up the dry clean, maybe make a phone call here and there. That is not necessarily super um, up the top. And then, then I go and uh, write down the recurring things that I have throughout the week, meetings with my team, meetings with other teams, meetings with my boss, time that is already committed. Leaving some room for the things that I'll need to add throughout the week. Sometimes that happens too. You know that. And as I'm writing here, I'm getting maybe like an email or two. I'm sorry, my throat's still pretty itchy. The air quality out here has been terrible. So yeah, so I continue to use the priorities at the top, bringing things from last week that didn't get done. I'm going to have my like I said, my best friend is coming, so we have a few activities and friends over also to entertain over the weekend. It is going to be a long weekend. I don't think I'm going to have Monday off, unfortunately, but I do have Tuesday off and next week, and yeah, it will be a great time.
Okay, so I'm pretty much done here with the weekly task. I haven't put any deco yet. Um, so, and I almost forgot. See, this is the thing, right? Like, I have this lunch hour to finish clearing out my closet, which I've been doing for weeks now, but I don't have enough time to do that. What my priority should be is to finish my work set. I've been rethinking my workspace, and I got a sit stand desk, which I really, really needed because it's just unhealthy to be sitting all day. And it wasn't cheap, but I think it's a worthy investment for my health and for my working space, which is pretty small already. So I needed to put it all together. But part of that is like I also got a chair. So I'm going to finish um, chair setup. So yeah, and then here I have my meetings from work. This one I have the day off. And clearing this out. And here back to work. Um, and I have a bunch of meetings that I need to list here. Priority, I have the Titan project. Let me pause here because my boss is calling me. 1 second.
Okay, so
Okay,
all I
so
need
I'm
to
back
start
and
adding
I
now is the
added all the
weather. At the
deco for the
top,
room,
I
and the only thing that
usually
I need
write
to enter now is
the highest temperature
the
that we're going to
weather.
have. I live by the beach, so it's
So
good to know how hot it's going to get,
I'm going
so I can go to
to
the
go
beach,
in
or if
the
how
weather
much gear do I
forecast.
need and whatnot to go to the
So
beach, and
heavy rain.
sunscreen and all the rest. So yeah, I am very happy that you got to join me for this. I hope that some of it was inspiring, some of it was new. As you can see, the desk started with. It takes a while, right? The desk started with a cup of coffee and my pens, and now it's the materials have piled up, but I enjoy it so much, and I enjoy watching so many videos and inspo from so many people, and I was just um, moved to make another video about this, and really to let you know that you should try the Jibun Techo. It's only Jetpens carries it in the United States, but I'm pretty sure if you're not in the US, you can order it from Japan. And this is the time to start looking, right? Because a couple of months from now, either things need to get pre-ordered, or you need to do a little bit more research. um, so this is the yearly weekly Jibun Techo planner. They also have a dailies, which I briefly showed you, more for that I use more for just on the moment journaling, uh, record keeping, memory keeping, and yeah. So this is a beautiful day. I hope you have a wonderful long weekend. If you're watching this right now on YouTube, and if you're watching later on, like and subscribe. I have more videos. I have videos on yoga classes. I have videos on philosophy. I have cooking, and just like inspo moving around videos. And life is busy. It has its pressures, and some of this stuff is important to keep a record of, and some of the stuff, it's important that we have a vision of how things we would like them to be ideally, and when they don't, and we move them around, right? We can always write it down. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.